locust pose, it really strengthens the back of the body, creates a back bend, but you're creating it through using your own back muscles to create it. And at the same time, as the tummy is into the floor, it gives the internal organs a real good massage and things. So there's a couple of little things that you need to sort of know, is that the breath changes when we do these poses that are down and onto the belly. And what I mean by that is normally we'd be doing the Ujjayi breath, which is into the chest, into the heart. But this time, when you're on the floor, you need to have the breath like pushing down and into the belly button. And the reason why that is because by pushing the breath down into the belly button, it pushes the internal organs up against the spine, and it supports the spine from underneath. So by this breathing into the belly, it kind of lifts the spine from underneath, and then the back muscles themselves can create the back bend. So there's a few different ways of doing locust. So I'll show you how I teach it generally in a class, and my classes have generally got like all levels in them. And then I'll show you how you would do the more advanced version. Now, the more advanced version, if you want to see a really spectacular version of that, if you look at some of Dashima's pictures when she's doing it, she can create this full, complete back bend where her toes are coming down to sort of here. But that isn't an option for me, but I can do the pose as best I can, and that is always what you're trying to look for in any pose that you can do. It's not a comparison to a photograph, it's just how are you in that pose and are you applying yourself to that. Okay, so we'll start down, it starts down onto the tummy. So the toes are together, and the hips are down onto the floor and the tummy is into the floor, so you kind of want to feel like your belly is flattened onto the floor. And if you bring your hands just down to the floor and take a couple of big breaths into your belly and exhale, you'll see as you breathe in how the lower back sort of lifts. So that's that airbag effect that I was talking about, at the internal organs lifting up to support the spine from underneath. So from there, you want that vision of pushing the belly into the ground. Bring the hands around the back and into fire hands, and then you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then draw the fingertips down towards the back of the knee. So you can see already this is creating a lifted back bend. So as I draw the fingertips down, toes are together, I'm going to take an inhale into the tummy, exhale. On the next inhale into the belly, I'm going to use the back muscles and I'm going to lift the head and the heart, reach down through the fingers, and then inhale, lift the feet and look up. So you see how the breath stays in the belly. It kind of lifts me, and then exhale down, and you could make a pillow for your head, shake your hips from side to side, and that loosens off the lower back. But also just keep that breath into the belly, just breathe into the tummy. So that is one option. You can bring the hands back, draw the shoulder blades together, draw the fingertips down, inhale into the belly and lift. And on the exhale, lift the feet, lift the head, look up. Exhale, relax, and relax the hips, shake the hips from side to side. And you're letting any tension leave the body. Okay, so the other option of that is, the more advanced option is, the hands come around and underneath the body like this, and you're kind of looking to get your hands together like this underneath the body. So you roll down onto the shoulders and bring the fingertips down. So you can have the hands flat like this, or you can bring them into fire hands. So the chin stays down on this. It's a big inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to push into the arms, lift the legs and the hips. And then lower down. So you'll find If the hands are flat like this, you really feel a tension in the front of the elbow here because the weight of your body is pushing down on that. If that's the case, bring the hands into fire hands and push down. So you're really pushing into the whole of the arm and the shoulder. And then really activating the lumbar muscles to lift up and lift the legs. So like I say now, Dashima can lift the legs all the way up and over and sort of pop the toes on the head, but I've had 2 breaks in my back, so I know that's never going to be where I end up. But this is always, it's activating everything, all the muscles I need to. It's stretching the front side of the body out as I lift the back. It's engaging the back. The stomach is getting all of that prana and breath pushed down into it. And it really helps the balancing of the spine. So you can do the hands behind the back, fire hands and lift. This would be more maybe a beginner's intermediate class. But again, if you wanted to bring it a little bit further, deeper, you can bring the option of bringing the hands underneath the body. But remember, really push into this section. The chin is on the floor, and that gives you the platform to lift the rest of the body from. So there we have it, locust pose. So, namaste. Okay. Keep smiling. Woo, yeah. Well, we took all the chances.